her and the man and played it for the woman to see. The woman was shocked and stood up immediately after watching it. The secretary seized the chance to make her stance clear to the woman. She said the man had always loved her and only married the woman for her family's money, and what she wanted was to take everything that belonged to the woman. Hearing this, the woman was heartbroken, but she could only pretend she didn't hear it. But the secretary had already sensed something was off, so she arrogantly tried to prove how much the man loved her. After sending the woman away, the secretary eagerly hugged the man. The woman happened to see this at the door. Helpless, she could only leave in sadness. The next day came. The man, trying to make it up to his wife, took her to a maternity store to buy some things. As usual, one set for his wife, one set for the secretary. But just then, the secretary suddenly showed up there. The man was shocked to see her. Afraid his wife would see the secretary, he hurried over to tell her to leave. But the secretary arrogantly said she was already pregnant with the man's child. So it was completely reasonable for her to be there. She told the man not to be afraid, since the woman couldn't hear anyway, and with that, she kissed the man. But what they didn't know was the woman had heard every word they said. She just didn't want to respond to her, yet the man still treated her like a fool. He even told his wife he had run into the secretary and mentioned that the secretary was pregnant. He suggested they could let the baby in the secretary's belly call his wife its godmother, but the secretary refused upon hearing that. She almost flipped out on the spot. The man quickly explained that the secretary's child couldn't inherit his estate directly, but if the woman raised the child, then the inheritance could legally be split in half with her. The secretary immediately agreed upon hearing that. The woman also agreed. The man was overjoyed. He suggested the three of them go eat and celebrate together, but the day had come for the woman to leave. She lied, saying she had something to do and wouldn't go. Her cold attitude made the man feel something was off, as if his wife was slowly drifting away from him, but he didn't take it seriously. He just thought he was overthinking it from being overworked, so he planned to go on a short trip with the secretary to relax. But as soon as they got to the airport, he felt an unexplainable sense of unease, like something was about to happen. And in the moment he turned his head, he thought he saw his wife. So he tried to run after her, but the secretary stopped him. But that figure looked so much like his wife. The man grew anxious. He didn't want to end up losing his wife and child. Even though he was with the secretary now, his heart had always belonged to his wife. So he asked the secretary to be understanding, saying he just needed to go confirm something. He pushed the secretary aside and ran toward the woman. Just as he was about to miss her, he ignored the security guards trying to stop him and kept shouting his wife's name. And in the moment the woman turned around, she saw it was her husband running toward her.